Here's something that almost nobody talks about. The middle class isn't just being destroyed economically, it's being destroyed psychologically. Because the same system that is extracting wealth from the middle class has also mastered the art of keeping them comfortable enough to stay quiet. Think about it. Netflix costs $15 a month. You have 500 channels of entertainment. Amazon delivers anything in 24 hours. DoorDash brings a restaurant meal to your door. The standard of living looks good, but the balance sheet is bleeding. This is what economists call the comfort trap, and it's one of the most powerful weapons in the arsenal of wealth extraction. While middle-class Americans were watching their favorite shows on a $1,200 phone bought on credit, the top 0.1% were accumulating wealth at a rate never seen in American history. Between 2020 and 2021 alone, America's billionaires increased their wealth by $1.3 trillion, while 20 million Americans were on unemployment. And here's the psychological masterstroke. The messaging that surrounds middle-class Americans every day tells them that they are the problem. You're not rich because you didn't hustle enough, didn't invest early enough, didn't pick the right stocks, didn't start a side hustle. This narrative serves a powerful purpose. It prevents collective action by manufacturing individual shame. When people believe their financial struggles are personal failures rather than systemic outcomes, they don't organize. They don't vote their economic interests. They buy courses, blame themselves, and stay in the machine. The philosopher Etienne de la Boétie described this in 1553 as voluntary servitude, the willingness of people to submit to systems that oppress them, simply because they cannot imagine an alternative. That was 1553. The mechanics haven't changed. So here's the part of the video most people skip to. But I want you to actually earn this section, because the context you now have is what makes this actionable. The people who escape the collapsing middle class don't just make more money. They understand the structure of the game they're playing. Here is the playbook. Not mine, but that of the people who have actually done it. Rule 1. Stop trading time for money and start building systems. The middle class rents out 40+ hours per week for a paycheck that loses value to inflation every year. The wealthy build systems, businesses, investments, intellectual property that generate income without requiring their direct time. Warren Buffett said it plainly, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Rule 2. Understand the tax code. It was written for asset owners, not wage earners. The highest taxed income in America is W-2 wages. The lowest taxed income is long-term capital gains and qualified dividends. A worker earning $200,000 in salary pays roughly 32% in federal income tax. An investor earning $200,000 in long-term capital gains pays 15%. Same country, same government, radically different rules, based entirely on how you earn. Rule 3. Own the platforms. Don't just use them. Amazon, YouTube, Airbnb, Uber. These platforms were built on the labor of millions of people who generate zero ownership benefit from them. But a small percentage of people have figured out how to own pieces of the economy these platforms represent through index funds, REITs, dividend stocks, and digital businesses. Rule 4. Build recession-proof skills. In the age of AI and automation, the most valuable skills are the ones that machines can't easily replicate. Creative judgment, nuanced communication, emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and domain expertise in emerging fields. Invest in yourself before you invest in the market. Rule 5. Treat your financial education as seriously as your professional education. The American education system spends 0 hours teaching students about compound interest, tax-advantaged accounts, or the difference between assets and liabilities. This is not an accident. A financially literate population would demand different policies, different structures, and different outcomes. Your education in this area is your responsibility, and it may be the highest return investment you ever make. Here's the truth that most financial content won't tell you. The middle class is not disappearing because Americans are lazy. It's disappearing because the rules of the game were changed, slowly, systematically, and deliberately, in ways that most people were too busy working to notice. The 1971 monetary shift, the 1980s deregulation wave, the trade policies of the 1990s, the housing financialization of the 2000s, the tech disruption of the 2010s, the AI transformation of the 2020s. Each of these was a choice made by people with power, benefiting people with capital, and the cost was paid by the middle class. The good news, and there is good news, is that we live in the first era in human history where the information asymmetry that once protected the wealthy is crumbling. The tax code is public, the investment strategies are public, the business models are public. You are watching this video. You are choosing to understand the structure of the world you live in. That is the first move. The middle class is under siege. But the siege only works if you don't see it coming. Now you do. If this video added value to your understanding of the world, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Because the most powerful thing we can do in a system designed to keep us ignorant is choose to understand it. See you again. See yous.